There's a place deep in the woods where the trees grow too close and the air feels too still. Hollow Pines Asylum, officially condemned, unofficially forgotten. But some say it's not empty, that something walks its halls after dark. A woman of faith, buried in fire, and brought back by something far worse than God. This is her story, the Nun of Hollow Pines. I found Hollow Pines while digging through abandoned psychiatric facility records. It was blacklisted, no public files, no demolition plans, just a name and a note. Do not reopen. Chapel must remain sealed. That was enough for me. So I grabbed a couple of friends and we drove out to the woods. Hollow Pines sat at the end of a rotting road, buried in fog. The air felt thick, wrong. Even the birds didn't sing. We got in through a basement window. Inside, the place was a mess. Moldy patient files, old wheelchairs, typical creepy stuff. But then we found the chapel. Deep in the east wing, behind a rusted door, was the chapel. Cold, silent. The stained glass was shattered. Above the altar was a mural of the Virgin Mary, but her eyes were gouged out, carved like someone had used something sharp. And beneath the altar stood a statue of a nun, hands in prayer. Her habit was too detailed, almost real, except one side of her face was cracked, and from the crack, something black had seeped down her neck. We should have left, but the camera was rolling, and that's when the statue's head turned. It was subtle, but we heard it, the stone grinding. Mark joked, said, "Guess Sister Mary didn't like being filmed." He walked up and tapped the statue, and that's when the lights died. Total black, and we heard footsteps, but not ours. Slow, dragging, like bare feet on tile. The whispers, they weren't echoes, they were inside my head. And then I turned a corner. There she was, the nun, no longer stone. Her habit was burned black, clinging to blistered skin. She had no eyes, just empty sockets weeping ash. Her mouth was stretched open, like it never stopped screaming. She moved without sound, not fast, not slow, just inevitable. I made it to the entrance, but when I turned back, Mark was there, but he wasn't. He smiled, then whispered, "She likes the chapel best," and his eyes bled black. I ran until my lungs burned. I never went back. But here's the thing, every night at exactly 3:03 a.m., I hear chanting outside my window, and the crack in my bathroom mirror, it's starting to look like a veil. Hollow Pines is still out there, waiting. If you hear Latin whispers tonight, don't follow them and don't pray. She listens.